What's up YouTube? Sierra here with DIY Dwight, and I realized that it had been a really long time since I hopped on here and gave you guys a hip update, so I thought I would do that. We're about 5.5 months post-op. It's kind of crazy to say, and I really feel like I have hit a new good place. For a long time, maybe it was feeling kind of stagnant. Going to PT, of course, regularly. Hip pain getting better and better every day, but just recently at the 4.5 month mark, I started going to the gym again, being able to squat and lift more weights. I think that's where I really felt the most progress. As some of you guys know from watching the previous videos, that sometimes when you have a hip tear and it goes untreated for a long time, it can lead to some SI joint dysfunction. And I know from some groups that I follow online that a lot of people suffer from this, especially, piriformis pain, and a lot of those hip stabilizer muscles will start to hurt. I struggle with that on occasion whenever I have a very active day, and I have to remind myself that I'm still just 5.5 months post-op. However, it is getting a lot better, and I'm really grateful for that. I recently got a second SI joint injection. Hobbs, excuse you. Security system is going off. But I got a second SI joint injection about a week ago, and I didn't really plan on doing that, but through PT, we had come to the conclusion that my hip tear was untreated for so long, and the muscles had compensated in different ways for so long that it was really difficult to get them to operate in a way that they're supposed to. We tried everything, every glute exercise you could imagine, but my hamstrings just constantly wanted to take over. So I got the injection last Thursday and went to PT on Friday, and for the first time we did some simple exercises and my glute was activating. So ever since then I have stayed consistent for the last 5 days, doing an hour a day of PT exercises, glute exercises specifically, and it has made a huge difference. For the first time that I can remember, over 3 years, I am waking up like sore in my glute med, glute max, and that was really difficult for me to get them to wake up, but I was able to do it. I've been pretty much riding my bike and doing the elliptical as much as I can every single day now at the 5 month mark, but before I was just able to do the bike every day because I own a bike. Those two things though, sticking with them and sticking with the PT exercises, I give all the credit to where I am right now, because I think that getting your muscles to start working properly is the most influential step of recovery. I did take some clips of me working out at PT on December 4th. So my surgery was October 2nd, so it's about 2 months post-op. So I thought maybe you guys could watch these, enjoy them, and compare it to what you were doing at PT, just because I know I get a lot of questions all the time, like, is your PT having you do this? Mine is, I'm nervous. They know best, of course, but you can kind of see what they had me doing at 2 months. I don't really have a name for this exercise, but it works the core and the glutes at the same time, so great combo. This next exercise, they call this the monster walks, and they have a band around my ankles that you'll see in a little bit, and you kind of walk while you squat down a little bit. This is great and really helps activate the glute med, your glute, your quads, your hamstrings. I believe I could have even been bent down a little bit further, but I think I was probably nervous. This was the first time they were having me do this exercise, and only being 8 weeks post-op, I was a little bit nervous. Same exercise here, but instead of doing monster walks, I was walking to the side, squat and walk. Sometimes the PTs would look over at me and, yell at me to bend down a little bit further, move the band a little bit lower. Next, they have me doing a lot of bird dogs. These are excellent. You can Google bird dogs and see an exact tutorial, since I noticed that I think the camera quite low enough for this one. But basically it works your core. So keeping your back straight and sticking out your arms and a leg works on balance. And I can't say enough about bird dogs. I think everybody should do them post-surgery or never even had surgery. It's a great exercise. And then, of course, everybody's favorite plank, they had me doing side plank and then regular plank for about 30 seconds on each side. And now at 5.5 months post-op, I have progressed to about 1.5 minutes, and my core is a lot stronger. So I definitely recommend planks. You can see here that my PT Steve comes over to check on me, make sure my form is good, and that my core is nice and tight. And then check out your girl on the elliptical. She's getting it. And that's really it, you guys. So, not the most exciting video, but I thought that it would be cool to give you an update. Again, I'm 5.5 months post-op. I'm really excited for that year post-op. I don't know when I'll update you again. You know, leave me a comment below if you want to hear more about the recovery. I think it's just going to be smooth sailing, hopefully, from here on out. I'm trying to be very careful, but really build a lot of muscle. And my goal is to be really back in tip-top shape, the best shape that I can be in, the shape that I was in before my hip injury, before I turned, well, do I want to share my age with you guys? I'm sure you can find it online. I want to be in really good shape before I'm 29. I'm 28 right now, and so in November, I turned 29. Oh my God, that sounds crazy to say, and I want to be in really good shape. So that's the goal, but leave me a comment below if you guys want more hip information. I'm happy to share it with you. There are 2 really awesome groups on Facebook, one for a hip labral tear support group, and there's also one for SI joint dysfunction. If you aren't a part of those Facebook groups, I highly recommend joining them. They have been an immeasurable amount of solace for me, as I have talked to people from all over the world that have suffered from the same pain and the same issues. It's just so nice to talk to other people and relate to them, answer their questions. It's a very helpful, supportive group. So I definitely recommend joining that. And yeah, so let me know if you have any questions below. If you haven't subscribed to our channel and you're interested in all of our DIY doings, we'd love to have you subscribe. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.